Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Verdita Monk. I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia area. And I was requested or asked by Miss Constance Blaylock to assist her in launching her business. And you know, Constance is an amazing person. She's very accomplished. You're going to hear more about that in a minute, but she invited you, most of you, to this call, and we're so thankful that you took time out this evening to hear about a technology that is blazing trails, that is changing people's lives. And when Constance heard about it, she wanted to make sure all of you heard about it as well. So I'm going to move out of the way, but I want to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm doing this before before we move on to the presentation. So again, my name is Verdita Monk. My husband and I reside in Atlanta, Georgia. And we heard about this patch from a dear friend of ours by the name of Ken Robinson. He was very adamant about us getting a hold of this patch. We were literally about to go out of town to Milwaukee for 6 days. So if we didn't get it that day, we weren't going to get it for another week. And he wanted to make sure we got it. And I now understand why. But what he did was he gave us these patches, and we got to Milwaukee. Because he was so excited about it, we decided to put the patches on our body. And my husband put this patch on. And let me tell you what happened the very first night. My husband stopped snoring. Why is that important? Because he snores like a chronic snorer. I mean, it's just was so loud that I could not sleep. And he was just sleeping like a baby because he didn't know he was snoring. But sometimes he'd wake up choking with acid reflux, all of that. Ever since November 11th, that night, I have not heard my husband snore. Now, you know, you're going to hear some people on this call talking about pain and different things like that. So we don't know what may happen to you when you wear the patch, but we know something is going to happen. And so what I want to do is share with you what is all the excitement about? What is this patch all about? And then we're going to let you understand what experience. I'm saying what is done with other people through their testimonies. Now, have you been patched? Some of you may have already been patched, and some of you may not have been patched, but either way, I'm sure you're going to eventually get patched once we finish with this presentation. So when you put this patch on, look at this patch. It's about the size of a quarter. Is nothing in this patch. It's non-transdermal, meaning nothing's in the patch. But what is in this patch are some nanocrystals that what happened is the light of your body is elevated. I mean, you know, it reflects off of the light of your body, and the copper peptides that are in your body are elevated. And when those copper peptides are elevated, these stem cells in your patch are reactivated. That's amazing. So that's why you want to be patched. Let me tell you more about stem cells. Did you realize that every fiber of your body, whether it's your hair, whether it's your skin, whether it's your heart, your kidney, your lungs, every fiber of your body is made up of stem cells. But what happens is, first of all, our body is designed to heal itself. But what happens as we get older, let's say we're 30 years old, half of those stem cells become dormant. And that's why we start getting tired easily. That's why we start, our skin starts sagging, all kinds of things that go along with aging. But by the time we're age 60, almost all of our stem cells are dormant. And therefore, our body is not able to heal itself properly. This is why people who have especially significant issues going with their body, they have what we call, they're willing to get an injection. Now, let me tell you, injections, if you heard of stem cell injections, they're very expensive. I've heard of people paying over $25,000 for one injection, and then it turned around and did not work. So it's a very slim chance that, the injection may not work for you, but yet people are willing to do it simply because they want to, they want to be able to get them to heal their body. And so this is why stem cell technology is so important, but you don't have to spend the money. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars just because you want your body to heal itself. You can get this patch, and we'll tell you that it's very affordable. I just got through telling you how this patch works. First of all, again, in the middle of it are nanocrystals. So it's nothing going in your body. It's not any kind of chemicals, no kind of other embryos, a tissue from embryos, no other part of your body is going into the area that you need to be healed. It's just the patch, and it's made in a lab. Crystals are, they're formulated in a lab. And what happens when you put the patch on, it reflects off the light of the body, elevating the copper peptides that your body already has. And when it does that, excuse me, it reactivates your stem cells. Now, let me tell you what happens. What happened, the company that we're part of called Lifeway, let me tell you, because of this patch, after 19 years of this company being on, this company is a 19-year-old company, but it wasn't until this patch came along that the company grew from 20 million a year to 280 million in the last 2 years. Look at this growth curve. You know, anything from economics, when it starts going up like that, that means a company is in momentum. It is literally all over the world in over 75 countries. I told a person who told a person who told a person about this patch. It generated activity in the United Kingdom, and as well as Africa, as well as some other countries that we already have on board. And this is how it spreads all over the world. So this company is growing by leaps and bounds, and we're at the forefront of its growth. I want to introduce you to Mr. David Schmidt. He is the CEO and inventor. We're so thankful for his tenacity, because he took 10 years to create this patch. He is literally considered a genius. First of all, he's generated over 130 patents. But let me tell you, he was commissioned by the federal government around 20 years ago when he first started creating these patches, developing these patents rather, and they turned out to be all patches. And he was commissioned by the federal government to do something for the Navy SEALs. They were going to start this project that was going to allow them, where they needed to have energy and to be alert for over 36 hours. You know how hard it is to stay awake for, 12 or 13 hours. So you can imagine for 36 hours to be alert. He took him 3 years to do that, but he did that 20 years ago. And he is the scientist and inventor for the X39 patch. He's a 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award, and he's been part of the, elected into the International Hall of Fame. Now, the patent that we're talking about for the X39 was patented back in 2020. So that means we still got 17 more years so that we are the sole provider of this patch. No other company can market and sell this patch except for our company. That gives us exclusivity. That's real important. Exclusivity is important for several reasons. There are a lot of companies around that offer products for skincare, for your energy, maybe weight loss, whether it's just your general health. But you can get some of those types of products at your local GNC, or you can get some of those type of products for other companies. There's no other company that has access to the rights to market this product. And so we're in a great situation. Now, how do you wear the patch? Very simple. Just put it on anywhere on your body. In this diagram, it shows behind your neck and below the belly button. And that's simply because they wanted to be consistent. Because see, there was over 80 case studies that took over 10 years to do this. They had to prove it works. So they had to be consistent in where they place the patch. All you got to do is put the patch on anywhere on your body, leave it on for 12 hours on and 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. And then you're going to throw the patch away. And then you repeat it again. So you can wear more than one patch at a time, even though you don't really need to. But here's what's real important. You want to make sure you drink plenty of water. Your body's going to start detoxing, and stuff is going to happen that you just never anticipated happening, but you want to be able to flush those toxins out. And the way to do that is to drink plenty of water, okay? So you want to maximize the benefits of this technology. Let me tell you some of the things that you may experience when you activate your stem cells, when you reactivate your stem cells. And first of all, let me say this. We're not making any medical claims. We're not here to mitigate, talk about any cures or anything. But what we are saying is that when you put this patch on your body, the body begins to reboot and heal itself. But you may experience rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, If you know anything about inflammation, it's related to most diseases. The more inflammation you have, the more disease you have. It supports wound healing, all kinds of energy and vitality. I mean, that's what, oh my God, I'm so energetic. It's just kind of hard for me to stay, to keep up with all the things I'm able to do with this patch. It gives you mental clarity so that you can focus on things that you're trying to accomplish. Enhance the sports performance, fast recover from exercise, improve skin appearance. I will share this, that many people that I don't even know, and especially people that I do know, are asking, what are you doing to your skin? Because you're just looking so young. And I can only say I'm doing the same thing. The only thing I'm doing different is wearing this patch every single day. And my skin is becoming more soft, even though I, looked okay pretty at first, but it's noticeable now. And so I'm so thankful. Women, we kind of get a little vain. So it's good to hear that from your friends and other people that you're meeting. But let me share with you this diagram right here, where this 77-year-old woman placed a patch on the back of her neck. Now, I just told you about inflammation in our body. This reflects inflammation on her brain. And the orange section represents the inflammation. Well, after session 2, almost all of the inflammation in her brain is gone. But by session 3, pretty much all the inflammation has gone. And this is just a visual of what happens to our brain. These patches send a signal to our brain. It starts telling our brain, what does our body need? And it's just intelligent, you guys. It's just amazing, what it does. You're going to hear some of those types of testimonies tonight. Now, I told you there were 80 case studies that were conducted over a 10-year period of time. And let me tell you what resulted from those case studies. The first few days, people started seeing over 4,000 genes beginning to reset. Within 6 weeks, their brain became balanced. Now, this is important because people who have PTSD, anxiety, and depression, this is really important. That's the reason they're experiencing those things, because their brain is not balanced. So that's what's one of the first things you're going to notice. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. The wrinkles in your face start going away. Your hair starts growing. The structural integrity of your skin is important. Let me tell you, as we get older, our bones start getting porous and brittle. And this is why when older people fall, it's so hard for them to heal their bones, because there's no structural integrity. How would you like it to know that you're getting stronger? Your bones are getting stronger and your cheekbones are beginning to lift up simply because of wearing a patch, all right? Here's the part that excites me. The heart. Within 6 months, people's heart reversed in aging, meaning 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by 8 years just after wearing the patch for 6 months. That lets me know that for every 6 months I wear this patch, my heart is going to reverse by 8 years. That is powerful. And let me demonstrate with you a particular person I know who, his name is Jeffrey. And after, I think he started wearing the patch back in November. Now, Jeffrey's diabetic. And after 3 days of wearing the patch, he was no longer requiring to take an insulin shot. He was taking insulin injections 3 times a day. And his numbers were up there in the 300s. Well, after about 3 days, he says he wasn't having to do the insulin shots. Every once in a while, he might do it. Another thing that diabetes can affect is your heart. So in Jeffrey's case, he had to start wearing a pacemaker, and this went on for years. Well, that was November, and about 6 weeks ago, Jeffrey went back to the cardiologist, and they tested him, and the cardiologist says, Jeffrey, your heart is operating at 100%. You're no longer relying on that, on the pacemaker. You guys, Jeffrey, he just says he really shouldn't even be here. This was life-changing for him. And so once again, I want to reiterate, we're not saying that this patch is doing that. We're not saying that it's curing anything, but it does allow your body to reboot itself simply because of a technology and a technique called photobiomodulation, where the body reflects off of the light. The heat of the crystals in this body reflect off of the light of your body, brings it back into your body, activates your copper peptides, and which in turn reactivates your. It's a very sophisticated process, but you don't have to do anything but put the patch on. So we're not talking about anti-aging. It is called age reversal. Now, once again, here's the site where all the case studies are, the doctor's reviews, because of many doctors are part of our company because they've never seen anything like it. Also, the testimonials that you might hear, that you're going to hear tonight, there's similar testimonies like that on this site. So make sure you write that site down and do your own due diligence. Now, here's just some pictures of some people that wore the patch. This lady, I told you about wound healing. Look at this scar that was on her face. And 21 days later, you can't even almost see this scar. I mean, it's just amazing. Just 21 days. Here's a lady that over a period of time, in about a year, her face completely transformed and she looks much younger. Here's a gentleman who almost was bald and the hair started growing back and thicker and everything. So these are just some visuals of some of the things that, you know, that you might experience when you wear this patch. So what I want to do at this time, because you came here to hear some testimonies, the testimonies are literally the start of this show because, I mean, they're just so amazing. So I want to bring up first a young lady. I got a chance to meet her a few weeks ago in Dallas, Texas. She has a powerful testimony and you just got to hear for yourself. Miss Catherine Finley, would you please unmute yourself, share your video, and tell people what this patch has done for you?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, Verdita. So good to see you. And thank you so much for allowing me to share my testimony this evening. And I would be remiss if I did not also shout out Marilyn Brooks, who personally called me today. So thank you, ladies, so much for that. My name is Catherine Finley. My husband, Melvin Finley, and I, we live in the Dallas-Fort Worth community. And my personal testimony, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, this product is real. This product works. This product is life-changing, and it is a gift from God. And I'm going to share my journey with you right now. Since 2014, that's over 9 years ago, I would go to the Arthritis Center of Texas for specially trained physicians using state-of-the-art technology. They would literally take a needle and they would guide that needle in my left knee, which was bone on bone, and my right knee, which is bone on bone. That needle, they would use that to replace the depleted fluid in my knee joints. And by the way, again, they were both bone on bone. Now, this state-of-the-art injection of fluid, what it did, ladies and gentlemen, it provided much cushioning and shock absorption, and it would go to work immediately. But it would also go away within the next 2 to 3 days. And then I was back at the Arthritis Center of Texas for the next week for over a period of 6 months. Now, after being a patient at the Arthritis Center of Texas, they did consult me and talk to me about stem cell injection. But here's the key to that. I could not afford them. Now, I could afford the gel injections because Medicare, United Healthcare was paying for those, but they would not pay for the gel and for the stem cell injections. And neither of these injections, either the gel or the stem cell injections, none of those were any type of a guarantee. But God bless and keep a young man that we had known for very many years in a similar opportunity, similar to this. He met my husband. He saw my husband at the grocery store, and he started talking to him about the X39 patches. He had no clue about my knee situations and the number of years I had been going to the getting these injections. In addition to that, I was also going to a physical therapist because this shoulder, my right shoulder, excruciating pain. And it had been there for months and months. But ladies and gentlemen, after wearing this patch for literally less than a day and a half, I noticed the pain in my knee had subsided significantly. It went from a 10 to maybe a 3 or 4. I noticed that the pain in my shoulder had gone away significantly, no pain. And today, I stand here and I am just so blessed and highly favored to say that I am totally pain-free, no pain in my knees, no pain in my shoulders. I can go ahead and literally check off every situation that Verdita went over: rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, mental clarity. She talked about improved skin appearance. I was at a family reunion here about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and my niece ran up to me and she said, Aunt Cat, my God, what are you doing? You look so much younger. Brain fog, all in all of that. But in closing, let me just share this with you just real briefly, just in closing, as Verdita has already talked about. This is my personal testimony. And I'm not coming to you saying that this product has cured, it has healed, it has medicated, it has absolutely done none of that. What this product does is this: we work with symptoms and we alleviate pain. That's what the X39 patch does. And by working with symptoms and alleviating pain, the body begins to heal itself with the support of the phototherapy patches. And I highly recommend that you go to the startx39.com website. All of my questions were answered there. And I would just like to say again, Verdita, thank you so much for allowing me to share my testimony. And as for me, my house, Melvin Finley Jr. and I, we are patching for life. Thank you so much. God bless and God keep.
Wow, Miss Finley, I tell you what you just shared was powerful. I hope y'all caught it. I mean, this lady was getting all kind of treatment from the best doctors. She was offered stem cell technology, which it was very expensive, but thank God she ran into her husband ran into his friend, and now she is pain free. Of course, she's telling everybody she can touch about this. And so we thank you, Catherine, for breaking it down for us so clearly, and thank you for your willingness to share it this evening. So we have another testimony that I know you would love to hear from. This young lady is out of the Dallas area as well. She is so excited about what this is doing for her. And I want to bring my friend, Miss Marilyn Brooks, on the line so she can share her testimony. Marilyn, please come on the line and unmute yourself.
Okay, hi, hello everybody. I am very excited today. I am just filled with happiness for this great opportunity. Let me give you my testimony. I won't take up a lot of time because we have so much more to hear. I am Marilyn Brooks, and I will tell you this: I suffered in my back for many, many years. Half my life, I can honestly say that I've had back problems. And notice I said had. Once I was introduced to this awesome X39 patch, I used this patch in only 1 week after me suffering half my life with back problems, chronic back problems. Back problems like if you ever had a muscle spasm in your calf, that's the way my back felt on some days. So you know how I must have felt. But I tell you, this patch, within 1 week's time of using this patch, my pain has went away. I was going to a chiropractor twice a week. I also went to a physical therapist once a week. I did that for a period of time, only to go back and forth week after week. It would temporarily resolve it, but it's back again. But now, this X39 patch, I'm so grateful for it. I'm so glad to say that it has rebooted and has reactivated my stem cells where I no longer have any pain. So I tell you, this is the best thing, as they say, since sliced bread. I'm so very happy about this patch. And you will be too the moment you start wearing it. Back to you, Verdita.
Well, thank you so much, Marilyn, for that powerful testimony. I'm so glad you're feeling better. And, you know, people, this is what it's all about. I mean, if you can just make yourself feel better, it can literally change your life. Now, I did have one more testimony, but I know this gentleman is kind of working, you know, in the California area on a different time zone, and it was going to be really hard for him to get on. So I'm not sure if he made it, but I will ask because I see one phone per iPhone checking in. Is Mr. Troy Ferguson, is he on the call? Mr. Troy Ferguson? Okay, because if you are, just unmute yourself. I don't think he is, but we're going to move on. But I do thank you all for those wonderful testimonies. And let me go back to the PowerPoint so we can finish up. As Marilyn said, we have a lot of information. We're going to try to make it quick. So let's move on to the next screen, because I know that everybody on this call, after hearing these testimonies, want to know, how can I get some of those patches? It's very simple. All you have to do is get back to the person that invited you to this call. They have a link that will allow you to go on their site and just click on join us, and you will have the opportunity to purchase one of these packages. Another way you can do it is they can screenshot this form that you're looking at, and it's just going to ask you basic information about your name, email, phone number, just basic information. And then you get to check off which box, which package you want. Let me tell you about these packages. Let me move to the next screen. The first package, which we call the bronze, you get one sleeve. Now, sleeve is a very beautiful packaging. It contains a 30-day supply of the X39s. The bronze package allows you to get one sleeve, but you pay a $25 startup fee for a startup kit. And so you're paying $125 for a 30-day supply. If you want to maybe get some for your spouse as well, or a friend who wants to use the patches, or a relative, you can get the silver pack. So that's $300, but you're saving $25 because you no longer have to pay the $25 starter kit fee, but you're paying $100 per sleeve now. Now the gold package, the platinum and the diamond, I want to highlight them because the gold package is the one that allows you to start promoting yourself in the compensation plan. Because what's going to happen, these people who are wanting to get these patches through you, if you so decide to become a brand partner, you're not going to be able to keep your mouth shut, because you're going to be so blessed from what it does for you. If you position yourself with a gold package, you're going to be able to get 5 sleeves and another half sleeve free. You're going to get promoted to the next level once you start promoting this to other people. The platinum package allows you to start paying $84 a sleeve. Notice the cost is $1,000, but you're getting 12 sleeves. So now you're basically getting 2 free sleeves, $203 worth of product. That's one of the benefits from the platinum package. But the last but not least, the diamond package. This is the package that my husband and I decided to go with. Why? Because I'm very economical. I like to get the most for my money. So for $1,600, you got $1,900 worth of product. Basically, there's 3 reasons you want to get this product. Number 1, to save money. I just told you about that. Number 2, if you have people that you're going to share it with, I guarantee you they're going to know, how can I get some of this product right now? Rather than me having to have the company ship to them, and may take 3 or 4 or 5 days to get it, I can just give them one of my packages. I can retail one of my packages to them. Another thing that's going to happen is people that decide they want to partner with you and share it with other people, they may want to have a sleeve so that, number 1, they could try it themselves. Number 2, they have people they want to give samples to. And therefore now you are like a little mini warehouse, and you're able to loan them a 30-day supply. And literally within about a month, all 19 of the sleeves that my husband and I got were gone, and we had to get more. This is how significant it is. But the last reason you may want to consider the diamond pack is because if you're like me, I don't like to leave money on the table. Soon as we signed up, there was the very next day we had a person to sign up with a diamond pack. Guess what? Instead of us making $200, we made $500. Another person signed up with the diamond pack. Instead of making $200, we earned $500. But guess what? If we did not do the diamond pack, the company would have paid the additional $300 to the person above us, whoever that person may have been, who did have a diamond pack. That's $300 we were really giving to somebody else when we did the work. And when you really catch the vision about what's going on here, if you're not a diamond from day 1, I guarantee you're going to upgrade to diamond when you catch that vision. So it's up to you. Doesn't matter where you sign up, just get in where you fit in. Just wanted you to know the differences so you can make an educated decision. Now, I guarantee you, most people on this call, what's important to you is your family. And that's important to us. Everything is about family in our household. Your health is important because you hear these people whose lives have been changed. Marilyn talking about spasms in her back, and she just described it like I say a Charlie horse. You know how a Charlie horse is. You got to get that Charlie horse. Can you imagine this in her back? And it'd be hard for her to get a Charlie horse or a spasm out of her back. That is so important. Her whole life has changed because of this patch. Then, of course, wouldn't you like to get out of debt? Well, how would you like to get compensated every single time you told a person a testimony about what has happened to you or what has happened to everybody else, and they decide they want to become a part of this as well? They want to get some of these patches. You're going to start getting compensated so well, it's unbelievable. So I want you to put your business hat on. I want you to also put your service hat on, because nothing is going to happen unless you help other people here. But I want you to know the potential of the stem cell industry. First of all, the stem cell therapy is becoming more and more important, and people are realizing the importance of healthy stem cells. That's why you got to elevate and reactivate yours, because it's important to have healthy stem cells. But this industry is expected to explode from 200 million to over 300 billion. And so this is the potential. And so this is why I'm about to bring up a young lady that probably invited you to this call, because she's going to give you an opportunity to hear why did she decide that she wanted to become part of this, and why is she so excited, and what is her vision. So Miss Constance Blaylock, I know you invited some people to this call, and so please come on if you can share your vision, show your video, and we're so excited for you and your future here at Lifeway.
Good evening, Vernita, and good evening, Marilyn Brooks, and all the guests that have joined the call this evening. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to hear about this life-changing opportunity, and more importantly, what it has done for so many people from a health perspective. I got started with this company about a month ago. I shared with Marilyn that I was having some pain in my right shoulder. Started using the patch after a few days. I noticed that I didn't have any pain anymore. And I have been just very, very excited. I'm all about health, fitness, and wellness, that type of thing. And I know that a lot of people, every time we go to the doctor, the first thing they want to do is talk about, let me give you a prescription for this, or give you this for this, that type of thing. And I have said to myself over and over and over, I said, I'm really, really concerned about our society just wanting to medicate all the time. So I'm glad to be able to share that, not saying that this has medicine in it or anything like that, so I want to clarify that, but happy to share that there is an alternative to reactivating some things in our body to help put us on the right track, to have the mental clarity and the things that we need to do to function in today's society. So thank you again for taking time out of your schedule to be here. Again, thank you so very much. Thank you, Vernita, for taking time out of your schedule. And Marilyn, I love you. Thank you for sharing this with me.
Well, thank you so much, Carolyn, Constance, rather, I'm sorry about that, for just inviting these people to this call, partnering with our team. We are so honored to have you on your team, because you all may know Constance is a superstar in her own right. Just to be associated with anything she does, it makes you blessed to be part of it. And so we're so excited for your future, Constance, because we know, the big vision that you've shared with us, that you're going to take your team to the top, and we're excited about that. So you guys, thank Miss Constance and Miss Constance Blaylock for bringing you on board. I know you can't wait to get started. So thank you, Constance.
Thank you so much, Vernita. I appreciate you very much.
You're right. Okay, so let me go back to my PowerPoint here. And by the way, Constance, I want you to know that there's a big event in Dallas, Texas. I know you reside in that area. There's a big event coming there, July 20th. Our top leader, Mr. Stephen and Gina Merritt, will be back there again. And so I'm so excited for the future for you all. So let's talk about, I told you about how big this industry was about to become. I want you to share with you the ways you can be compensated once you join our team. Now, here's our compensation plan. This is just one way way that we get paid, but a very important way. It's called our binary commission. This is the part that allows you to benefit from the volume of so many other people in our network that are coming on board. I mean, it's going to move like wildfire. Literally, I just got a text from a young lady who is right here. She enrolled a lady today who's enrolling her brother, who's enrolling their mother, who's enrolling. It's just, in other words, this thing is going to start moving. Let's say this is you. And let's just say this is Constance, rather. And Constance, maybe she signs you up and you fall here. But Constance has other people that she's about to bring on board. That person has to fall under you. If you're on Constance's right side, because she can build on the right as well, everybody that you bring in, that Constance brings in, has to fall under you, and so forth, so on. You may also benefit from volume that Marilyn Brooks is. You heard her talk about Marilyn Brooks. Marilyn is a master recruiter. She's going to be bringing people that may fall under you. So do you see what we mean? Timing and position is impeccable and incredible. You want to position yourself at the beginning as Constance starts building her team, because you know what kind of superstar she is. You want to benefit from everything. If you're at the top of her organization, you're going to benefit from everything she does. But we do get paid up to $25,000 per week just from this part of the compensation plan alone. And we're not talking about something that might happen. It is happening. There are people literally earning over $25,000 a week already, okay? And they haven't even been in this company a year. Now, another exciting part about our compensation plan is our matching bonus. Now, this part right here is unlimited. You can enroll as many people as you want, and as many people as you personally enroll. Every single time they earn money in our binary, you get to match it by 25%. Let's say that Constance enrolled you. Let's say your name is Cindy, and Constance enrolled you, and Cindy turns around and makes, let's say, $5,000. This week in the binary. Well, Constance is going to make $1,250 because she gets 25%. Now, the company's not going to take the money from Cindy. The company is going to pay you on top of what Cindy earns. Cindy goes and introduces Bob. Bob earns $2,000 in the binary. Well, Cindy's going to make 20% of that $2,000. That's $400. But I'm sorry, Cindy's going to make 25% because she personally enrolled Bob. She's going to get 25% of that 2,000. That's 500. But Constance is going to get 20%. She's going to make 400. If Bob enrolls Larry, Bob will get 25%. Cindy will get 20%, and Constance will get 20%. And this is 65% of the money that's generated every single time some activity is generated in our compensation plan. The company pays out 65%. That's extremely generous. And you hardly ever hear about a company that allows you to get paid on 3 levels of matches. Just know this compensation is very lucrative. We've got a system in place that will accelerate your business. It will get you to 6 figures in the next 90 days if you do it right, okay? And if you're a motivated person to get to the money, we have something for you, okay? We don't have time to go over it on this call, but we reserve that information for people that are highly motivated. We have tools that are in place to help you. If you wanted to share a patch, say with your sister who's across the country, it's easy to do. You just put it in this envelope and mail it to her. But you can get all of this information on a website I told you about called 331, build331.com. Not only does it cover the comp plan in its entirety, it also covers, the whole system that we use to build our team. And so we've got you covered. If you are excited about what you're hearing, and maybe you're already on our team or getting ready to start, you definitely want to put this on your calendar. August 18th and 19th, we'll be meeting in Tampa, Florida at our This Is It convention. So the website is called thisisitconvention.com. You will be able to have lunch and dinner for free with your ticket for $150. So don't delay, because these tickets are running out very quickly. They will sell out. But I want you to know that you're at the right place at the right time with the right team, with the right leadership. Our company, let me just say one more thing about this patch. Our founder, has told us these patches should be about $400 for a 30-day supply. But because he cares so much about us, he and spreading it all over the world, he wants to make sure it's affordable for the average person. So when you're getting these patches for $100 a month versus $400, yeah, you know that this is a steal. But I want you to know that Miss Constance, who hosted this call, is so thankful for you joining us tonight, and look out because she is going, to shoot for the stars. Thank you all so much for your time this evening, and we will talk to you very soon. Take care.